shape. Oh, the starfish shape. Like, can you not just do like a basic triangle, circle, square? Like, we know he has a triangle.
Yeah, I mean,
square.
I like
What
I like the
in my
idea,
cool,
but it doesn't make too much sense because it doesn't the point. Because first of all, again, if he just throws different weapons, a sword, kunai, sure, okay, that's the same thing. First of all, second of all, I don't think the problem he was getting at is that if you can't see it and there's two mediums and it's inaccurate because you can't see it, you don't know which one you're going to teleport towards.
Yeah.
Knowing the shape doesn't affect that because you were thinking about where you were going to go the first time. This shouldn't work.
So, I understand like it's different, but do you think this applies to when Minato teleported to Obito not knowing it was Obito?
Well, that one, he was just teleporting to... I think that one, he didn't know it was Obito, but he had a feeling, so he tried teleporting to the marker of the masked man on that night. And it happened to bring him to Obito, is what I think was happening.
I'd have to go back and, I guess, double check, but
the alternative is that the alternative would be basically the same point. He suspected Obito, so he tried teleporting to Obito to see if it would work, and it did, which meant he was that guy on that night. It would be one or the other.
Yeah, I never got that interpretation.
It doesn't make sense.
Suspected Obito at all.
Then why would he? How and why would he try teleporting Obito? That makes he wouldn't have a marker on him.
It would be hard to explain.
How did he teleport there?
It's hard to explain. I don't want to get into it right now.
All right, well, I have my
teleporting to the marker that he has there, and realize that it was the one from that night.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends on how he views his marker things. It depends on whether, for example, if each one has a different word instead of different shape in a scale. Let's just say one says masked man, one says GameCube controller, whatever, and he teleports to the words on the seal and he somehow keeps track of all. Let's just say that. Then in that case, well, again, yeah, what is he'd be thinking, okay, I'm going to teleport to the GameCube controller one that I placed on that night, and then it went over down. So no matter what, like, it doesn't make sense otherwise.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it is. I think he was just teleporting to that marker on Obito, not realizing which marker that one was until he teleported there.
He didn't have a marker on Obito. He never places one on Obito during the war to think there's one there in the first place.
I know.
The only time he gets one,
I know, but he has one on Obito regardless.
Yeah. Should we pull up the chapter?
Why is he teleporting there if he doesn't have any inkling? Try chapter 637 or 636. Huh?
You heard me.
I just heard defensive. Anyway,
I feel like we should just pull
6 or 7.
Yeah, 636. Just to be like, sure of what we're talking.
I mean, we've all seen it a million times. I just never got
637. You haven't even explained your interpretation.
Your interpretation is just that he thought it was Obito.
He's thinking about, look, okay.
He says
Minato has internal dialogue. You will always be like this either, right? Don't give up. You love Rin, don't you? We'll both become Hokage, right, Obito? As he's teleporting there. He's thinking about Obito as he teleports to Obito and slashes him. Come on.
Are we sure that not Obito who thinking about that?
No, it's definitely Minato having these thoughts.
Well,
why
do you say definitely? Could be Obito.
Because Obito doesn't talk in third person. He doesn't say, You love Rin, don't you? We'll both become Hokage,
This is
right,
a
Obito?
flashback.
That's not how Obito
It was
talks.
a
This is a
flatbed.
flashback.
It's a flatbed.
Exactly. And we know Obito is thinking about a lot of thoughts at this time. It's really all he can do.
Yeah.
Like, the whole point is that everyone's trying to rush to him right now. Minato's not thinking about Obito, he's thinking about rushing to this guy.
Yeah, meanwhile, Obito is thinking about Minato and their flatbed.
He just realized he could.
Okay, you can interpret it that way. Regardless, though, it doesn't make sense for Minato to teleport there without something bringing him to Obito in the teleportation sense in some manner. So even if he doesn't consciously think, I think Obito's the masked man, subconsciously, he's thinking about Obito and it's bringing him, like, no matter what, it's still there to an extent, whether or not it's conscious or subconscious.
If you
Are
do want
you
to say,
sure?
if you do want to say that he's thinking about Obito, fine. Considering he knows this is Obito regardless, I'm pretty sure. But he's not thinking about the masked man until afterwards. He didn't put 2 and 2 together until
I know, but like, again, how and why does he know to teleport there if there's nothing guiding him there?
Again, the point is everyone's rushing to him. He's not thinking about teleporting. He just realized it was possible and he just did it, like, without thinking about it.
Okay, then he subconsciously knew / was thinking about it, which is one of my options.
Really. You don't need to be like that.
He probably just
otherwise he can't do it.
He probably just sensed the chakra to teleport there.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably the same chakra.
So in other words,
he didn't put a marker on him, so if it's guiding him to that direction.
As soon as he senses it, he's going to teleport.
If he didn't place a marker
about it first.
But subconsciously.
No.
So he didn't place a marker on Obito. So if he didn't place a marker on Obito and he was able to teleport to him, is that like another workaround for Flying Rising?
No, he teleported to him because of the marker he placed back on the Nine Tails invasion.
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Oh.
Like, he isn't time to think consciously or subconsciously, Kamui.
Okay, and I'm saying it was at least subconscious.
I'm saying he doesn't.
What it mean to just move without thinking? Maybe he probably just move on his own.
His body could be moving on it.
Yeah, but it does that because of subconscious thoughts and feelings. Like, why did Sasuke's body move on its own? Because subconsciously, he cared about Naruto as his friend. It wasn't just random.
Well, you can't prove that.
It's clearly the intent.
Well, it's your interpretation.
Alright, anyway, back to the chapter.
I'm just saying, it's pretty obvious based on those afterwards. That was you?
Yeah, he's getting confirmation.
He would have been thinking about it before.
He's still shocked.
Imagine the shame, it's possible.
There's other examples of this that we've discussed before.
You're wrong too. Feel bad about it. I hope you feel bad about it. Anyways, that makes sense. It's basically,